Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm probably going to go over this game in my podcast tomorrow. But I just want to go over it real quick and just basically set up my reaction. And boy, this one was an interesting game. Now, you have South Carolina, terrible first quarter. They didn't really start to get anything going until that the last few drives in the second half. They had one good drive in the I think it was the end of the first quarter where Josh Finn had fumbled in the end zone. But I just want to go over this game real quick. South Carolina obviously won 20-17 on a game-winning field goal by Parker White in the comeback rally, down 14-0, and came all the way back. The defense, we'll start off with that. The defense played well. We had a bunch of big stops, and one of the reasons I think that if the offense would not have caused so many turnovers and wouldn't have caused that huge play at the beginning, then I think we would have beaten them by 3-4 touchdowns. But we did not, and that's what costed this game to be close and almost a loss. And now I'm gonna move on to the D-line. The D-line got big pressure. We keep on leaving number 20 or number 22 open. And in the second half, we had that big 4th and 14 or whatever that got it. But we eventually stopped them to hold them to a field goal. But there was like that huge play where they went for it. And Shane Beamer called timeout because they had ran like a super weird formation. And there was a high snap. I don't know if you guys were watching, but they played before. And yeah, it was like... But yeah, we just kept on leaving number 22 open in the third quarter. We could all, that was gonna, I felt like if anything was gonna cost us the game, it was gonna be that. But yeah, we did obviously end up winning the game, as you can see right there. The first half, Zeb Nolan could not get anything going. I mean, we had a little bit of run game. But I'm really surprised right now that Kevin Harris did not get as many touches as I thought he would. Now, Kevin Harris had, I think, I literally watched, I think, every play, except for that first play, really. We were having trouble getting the game on. But I had watched, I think Kevin Harris may have had 3 or 4 9 to 10 yard runs, and then a couple, 2 to 3 yarders. But other than that, he didn't get very many touches. It was mainly Marshawn Lloyd and Fenwick. And then at the end, you had Juju, the 3rd or 4th string, who they just kept on giving the rock. And that man won us the game, I think. And that man got us in field goal range. And then later in the second half, we had that insane kick return. I thought we could have took that thing to the house, but we didn't. But definitely shout out to Parker White for making that game winner. That was just a big play, and obviously, that Juju guy played really well. Zeb, I thought we should have put Doty in. I really thought we should have put Doty in. Okay, now I'm going to go on to the offense. Start with quarterback. I really thought we should have put Doty in. I think if we put Doty in, then I think we still would have won the game. But I think we would have won by 10 to 14 points. Zeb just wasn't feeling it. And if we're even going to have a chance against Georgia next week, as you can see, Georgia's pounding UAB right now. If we want to even have a chance against UGA next week, we are going to have to... Zeb Nolan is going to have to play out of his mind. Or Beamer is going to have to put Doty in. I think those are the two big things. And Jason Brown, I don't think didn't get any touches. But yeah, shout out to Parker White, obviously. But now I'm going to look at the positives and negatives of this game. I'm going to go with the negatives first. It was an ugly game. It was an ugly game. We didn't play our best. The defense played well, in my opinion, other than that first play and we left. I think we left the middle of the field open in a couple of plays, but they only took advantage of that a couple of times. We got lucky on, but the offense, we need to work on that because this is East Carolina defense. This is an American defense. We are playing against the best SEC defense next week. This is going to be the best team we play all year. This will be the best team we play all year. And on the road in Athens, I think game day might be there as well. What else was I going to say? But we're 2-0, but we played Eastern Illinois and Eastern Carolina. to not even an SEC team yet, let alone like a big conference team. But yeah, the defense played well. The offense I didn't love. The run game was pretty good. If we could have I think if we would have played like we did in the first half, we did in the second half, we would have put up 30-something points. We didn't. A couple bad calls by the refs. That Josh Fan touchdown, 2 Josh Fan touchdowns. The first one at the end of the first quarter, where he fumbled. I thought they couldn't even get a camera angle of the plane where the ball had broke the plane, which I thought the ball had completely broke the plane when he still had possession, but that was up to the refs, and I don't think I don't know if they had enough evidence to overturn that, though, if it did cross the plane and they didn't have footage of it. But another thing was when they overturned that Josh Fan touchdown when he had the foot in. I really thought he had the foot in. Now, we scored that drive, but we scored a touchdown with Dak Joyner that drive, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, on the positives, it was a win. It was a win. I thought we were going to win by 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns or more. A lot of people I know had us winning like 28-10 and stuff. Now, ECU was also favored at the beginning of the week, so that's that. And yeah, but I think next week we're definitely going to be feeding Kevin Harris the rock. Like, it is going to be pounding the ball up the middle one after another. I think we're going to be pounding the rock. And I think we're going to be getting Josh Fan the ball a lot. I think another person that I really want to talk about right now, Jordan Bell, number 0. That means a beast. Him and Nick Muse. Nick Muse did a couple of good plays today, but Jordan Bell had that deep catch in the first half and a couple other amazing plays. I think that kid's going to be a top tight end in the SEC this year. He's good. Like, he's number 0. He plays tight end, and he's tall, he's big, he pounds it up the middle. He's so good. He's not so good, but he's a good tight end. Another person I'm talking about on the defensive side is Cam Smith. Other than that, unsportsmanlike conduct, that kid's insane. He's locking down their best receivers like nobody's business. Like, and that's a definite. Him and Jordan Bell are definite positives going into the Georgia game, and I think they're gonna have to play their best football going into the Georgia game. Jordan Bell, dude, and Cam Smith. Cam Smith had a pick. He had a big play on that sportsmanlike conduct. He knocked the ball down like 3 times. What else? But then against East Carolina, but he was still locking them up. Like, there was several big plays where Cam Smith was locking them up. And Josh Van obviously playing amazing. I think he should have had at least 3 touchdowns, but unfortunately he did not. But it was a big game. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking in the background. But yeah, it was a big game, and that's all I really wanted to go over today. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.